So when you walk out of one of the buildings and you see a sheep, or hear the chickens, or the doves. And another thing on retreat is the autistic behaviours of stimming and echolalia. Stimming are self-stimulatory behaviours that help regulate emotions, sense of feeling, the way you're interacting with the world, processing, or it's just something you do automatically. And echolalia is the repetition of sounds, of quotes, of noises, phrases, accents, all sorts. So I was kind of curious how I'd get on with echolalia and stimming at the retreat. Obviously at first it's an anxious time, and one of the ways you can process anxiety is by stimming. And then sometimes there are happy stims, and often if I am doing echolalia, it will be because I'm actually very much then in a good place mentally. So echolalia, what is it? Well, I'm kind of in here and stimming. I'm kind of under this railway tunnel at the moment because I like the reverb. And if I'm out and about and there's a different way of interacting with the acoustics, I will play with it. I will come under bridges, whistle, make noise, clap, all sorts of things that just makes you feel really, really cool. And if I can imitate something, I will. And at the retreat, there are sheep, there are chickens. And when I see things that I can imitate, if I'm not going to repeat it, if I'm not going to do the echolalia, I really have to make the effort to sit on it emotionally and restrain that impulse. Just before pressing record on here, there was a dove, wood pigeon, I think, not far away. If somebody has a strong regional accent, I have to fight the urge to imitate them. They may think I'm taking the P. Yeah? What else? Right, yeah. One of the retreat organisers and facilitators is a chap called David Benjamin Blower, who does the music to a podcast, which I listen to, and that podcast, Nomad, is the reason the retreat happened and most people went upon it. There's a piece of music that David does for the essential blurb. And David performed this piece of music in the lounge one of the evenings. I can whistle well, and it involves whistling. Once David had performed this, I think it was on the first night, it locked into my head. So every time I was thinking about David Benjamin Blower, which as one of the facilitators of the retreat was often, or I'd pass them within the relatively small grounds of the retreat centre, this piece of music came to my head, and I had the urge to whistle it. I don't know if he thought I was taking the P, or if he heard it or not, or if it was like Timmy, shut up. It's like, you're driving me mad with my own pieces of music here. But the echolalia was really strong. But I sat on the echolalia impulse for a lot of the time, and other times I just let it out because I was actually in pretty a happy place in much of that retreat. So when you walk out of one of the buildings and you see a sheep, or hear the chickens, or the doves, you let it out because it feels really good. And so that's why I've recorded this segment underneath the bridge, because I just love the reverb underneath here. Yeah, there are places like there are handrails under tunnels, and I will tap the handrail to get that and that chinking noise. Great stuff.